So here's the thing, if you are an agent who has been in this industry for less than like 5 to 8 years, I have news for you. You have not really seen some of the cycles that go on in the market. You have really been around only long enough to see the tail end of a recovery and a huge rebound of the seller's market. You haven't been around for a lot of the cyclical changes that this market is capable of showing us, and which ultimately will show us sometime in the future. Heaven's willing. Say you are an agent who has been in the industry longer than that. You have not even been around as long as this demographic has come into play, right? Like the main demographic that is purchasing today are the millennials. This is a new segment of the market for you who think and behave differently than any generation before them. And even if you're trying not to target millennials, which is a mistake, let's talk about the other side of that spectrum. You have the baby boomers and Gen X, who are also going through giant lifestyle changes, who are liquidating their portfolios of rental homes, who are trying to downsize or move to different climates, or maybe even trying to get into larger multi-generational homes as they bring on their elderly parents to live with them, right? So like there are so many different shifts that even if you are a seasoned agent, you have not been around to fully experience. And so for anybody to think that we have to just be able to magically guess what's important to our database is wrong. And so I think that we really need to start getting curious as an industry and having real conversations and listening, which is the superpower of any savvy marketer, to what it is they actually want to see and hear. What to them is high value service? Ask your database so that there is no question that if you are fulfilling those wishes, you are serving, not selling. Now, as you are engaging in real people conversations with your database to learn really how they think about real estate, learn about their highest priority problems, their needs, their wishes, their fears, as you are having these conversations, you need to practice extreme empathy. I think so often we kind of get frustrated if clients aren't making a move as quickly as we would like them to, or if they're dragging their feet, or if they're just not getting on the same page as you in terms of understanding the urgency in their position in the market. This can be really frustrating, especially if you are focusing on a niche clientele of homeowners who need to sell their home before moving up. Obviously, in this low inventory market, those are some of our most difficult clients because a lot of them, after having conversations and learning about this, are very afraid of selling their house at the top of the market only to buy at the top of the market, or only to not be able to purchase a home at all because of how competitive the buy-side things are. And so you and I know how we can get them over the fence. You and I know what solutions we can offer to them, but to them, it's not just a solution. This deeply impacts their life. This impacts their financial standing. This impacts the very nature of where they're able to rest at night and have their safe space at home. And so we really need to understand that while to us, sometimes when we're this close to business, we're talking about numbers and deals and leads and contacts, that represents a person who has really deeply attached themselves to the comfort of their home, or has really deeply attached themselves to how much they rely on the proceeds from their sale in order to see them on to their next path in their journey. This stuff matters. And so by having very, very deep, sincere empathy for our clients and staying curious and continuing to ask questions about, well, I hear you that you're afraid of buying at the top of the market. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about why that stresses you out beyond the obvious nature of it. Tell me what that actually would mean to you if that did happen, right? Like, can we really have these conversations in a way to craft a more meaningful service and product for our clients? I think we can. And more to the point, I think that we absolutely should, or else we will be seeing ourselves out of this industry as others like the tech giants who have figured this out move us aside. Now, these two things, listening and practicing empathy, never end because the cyclical nature of the market never ends. And so our clientele is going to be constantly shifting in terms of where their attention is, what their needs are, and what's most important to them. But along that way, we want to continue practicing those two things. We also want to continue practicing one other thing, which is extreme gratitude. I work in a market with over 80,000 licensees. Now, not all of them are active, and not all of them are my direct competitors, but it's really hard to overstate how much competition there is in this industry as a whole. Okay, and so anytime an individual reaches out to me and asks for my time and my perspective, I am deeply moved and honored. It still, after going on 8 years, never gets old, because consumers, the public, they have a lot of choices. They have nothing but choices. And you know what's more? They have nothing but information. So they are making very informed, data-driven decisions on who they speak to before they ever come to face to face with you as a real estate agent. And so we really need to be grateful for every single interaction that we have and express it. And there's no better way to show gratitude than to our database. So anytime you get a referral, anytime people are asking you questions, anytime someone chooses to do business with you, show extreme gratitude. Now, that can look like a lot of different things, and you get to decide as a business owner how you're going to express that. So if you're familiar, thank you so much for watching this quick win series here on our YouTube channel. Of course, any resources or additional videos mentioned during this quick win are linked below in the caption, so check that out. And if you have not yet, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time we're dropping other quick wins just like this.